Hello, I will review two trades I took today on NQ, the Nasdaq. I only trade the market, S&P and Nasdaq. Uh, Very good trades, one winner, one loser. Let's see what the plan was. So going over the plan that I had today on NQ, today November 2nd, 2021. I said NQ, we have a 2-hour supply at 15902.75. This right here. We had this supply 2-hour right here, and from the morning, we're a little flat in a range. We had this 45-minute demand at 15805, and this 90-minute that was defended Monday, making a higher high. But on pre-market, we were a little flat. I was looking for ES to defend this pullback, or just slice through supply like it was not there. It was basically what happened. From the open, we held BWAP pretty well and sliced through supply with very huge VVM. Did not play the break on this. Here, risk wouldn't have been very clear. Not even this pullback. I was just looking at the market develop to have a better plan, since I did not have a clear plan after slicing through this, where risk reward was not making much sense. But at one point, NQ put a 15-minute supply just like this. So I drew the box just to know where the end and the start of it was. Then what happened was I saw how NQ was holding VWAP pretty well, probably buyers leveraging in this part right here. Right here to the supply again, and now sellers were not showing a lot of effort. I did not look to play, short in supply intradays with this very huge buy. I was about to do it, to be honest, but this context of higher highs kept me from, doing a counter trend where sellers did not step in, and just puts haven't been very reliable. But when we came to the 50-minute intraday supply at 15948, we're not showing great effort. I mean, came right here once. We're kind of selling off, but just a huge rally was the context. So that avoided me of playing short side. And going off the trades I took, my first trade was right at this candle at 1056, right over there. My stop loss was just this quick period of consolidation, just right here. My target was to assault all-time highs. I saw how the stop loss was met once, only to quickly rise, so that kind of kept me into the trade. As soon as this red candle came to the stop loss, right away it was defended. So it kind of gave me confidence, probably some longs getting stopped out, and then speculating of the move higher. Right away, inside this 15-minute demand, I saw how this 5-minute intraday, base drop stopped me out. So that trade could have been avoided. Definitely was a little too overextended on this area. I mean, this stop loss did not make much sense, and just I sold on this candle for a very small loss. To be honest, it was not that big. My reward would have been probably a really good move higher with VVM, but volume was not very present as well. But after the trade, I was reactive enough to pinpoint a better entry for my idea to develop. So what I did see was that when NQ was selling off in this area from this 15-minute intraday supply, I saw how this was an area where buyers defended once and were coming for a second move. We're coming right here again. Sellers did not aggressively sold us off from here, and we're coming from another move higher. At this point, I was watching the market just like this, and at falling candle, this one right here at 11:23, I entered QQQ 390 QQQ call for 108. My stop loss was obviously this level right here that was defended once. It was been defended twice. This kind of big green candle gave me confidence. I entered right here, and then following action, buyers stepped in, pullbacks were getting bought up. Probably at this point, when this trade was developing right here, I was about to sold for a quick gain on the contract. I traded this trade as a scalp due to the very low volume on the market. But I said to myself, I'm working towards my goal of letting trades develop. I really needed to let trades develop, and my stop loss was not met. If I have a plan of stopping out on this area and I don't let it full develop, why did I enter in the first place? So at this point, I think I switched to the 5-minute chart, and I was looking how this was just being too choppy, but then following action, NQ immediately ripped this area. At one point, this was kind of a rally-based rally. Then when this candle opened up, I saw how NQ aggressively started to rip, kind of congruent with my analysis of all-time highs being met again. So when this was happening, I sold into strength right here for a quick 22 gain on the contract. It was not that much, but as I was saying, I treated it as a scalp. I did not want to play games with the market and have they fake out with this low volume, because with low volume you're more prone to fake outs. So I sold right here for 130, got filled, and right away just this basically played games and sold off. So right now very choppy. Market of course still opened, but this was the trade. I gave this setup a 10 out of 10 really for the more of the emotional aspect of it. Probably right here I was going to sell for like 4 cents of the contract, but I really wanted to see how if NQ was going to assault all-time highs. And the stop loss was just not being met, so it was not, and there was no reason to sell on this area right here when I needed to let the trade develop, and market participants were agreeing on price right here inside this 15-minute supply, the intraday supply. So when that was developing, I said to myself, well, I need to let the trade fully develop. That's what I did and sold this. So very good trade right here. The winner, this one right here, outweighed this very small insignificant loss. The thing I like about the execution was that I was reactive enough to kind of forget this loss right here and look at the pieces the market was throwing at me. This part being defended pretty well and worked out pretty well. So 2 trades I took today, both on NQ. Did not touch the ES, but very good trades, very well managed.